Hello and welcome once again to AKA Science. It's me, Max. In this video, we'll be covering Class 5 of our Environmental Science kit, Climate Change. Take a minute to make sure you have everything you need for this class and familiarize yourself with the key terms, ice shelf and weather vane. Pass out those lab notebooks and get a quick parent share going while you distribute the materials for Activity 1, Climate versus Weather. For this, we'll need the little squares with the triangle on it from the envelope, the thermometers, the pins, the 10-ounce cups, the rulers, the straws, and the unused pencils. You gotta make sure that they are the unused pencils. Begin by distributing one 10-ounce cup to each student and have them put a strip of masking tape down the side. Using the rulers, mark off 1-inch segments of the masking tape from the bottom up.
And I am so sorry for how terrible my handwriting is. Just bear with me. It was really hard to hold this little camera while trying to figure out how to write in the cup. I'm sorry. Okay.
This is our rain gauge. Now take the other cup and poke a hole in the bottom of it using a pair of scissors. Take the unused pencil and stick it into the hole eraser side up, wiggling it around to widen it a bit until the pencil can stand upright. Now pass out one paper straw and one triangle pattern sheet to each student. Have them first cut out the triangle, then cut the triangle along the dotted line to produce a smaller triangle and a larger trapezoid. Cut 2 small slits into both ends of the straw and insert the cutouts into the slits. Now, using the pins, secure your arrow onto the eraser side of the pencil. To complete the weather monitoring station, give your students a thermometer and fix it to the side of the weather vane's base. With our stations complete, we can get ready for Activity 2, Rice Quakes. Here, we will need the 8-ounce plastic cups, the bag of puffed rice cereal, the paper cups, the syringes, the bag of pebbles, the rulers, and the pitcher. This cool little activity is pulled from an actual published paper which used puffed rice cereal to model collapsing ice shelves. Begin by distributing the plastic cups and a few of the larger rocks you can find in the bag. Place the rocks at the bottom of the plastic cup and help your students to fill the rest of the plastic cup about 2/3 of the way with cereal. Even out the cereal and make a mark on the side of the cup at the top of the cereal. Now, distribute the syringes and paper cup of rocks and place the cup of rocks right on top of the cereal. Fill the syringe about halfway with water from the pitcher and explain that everyone has to be totally silent for this next part. Squirt the water in between the 2 cups of cereal. If everyone is quiet enough, you should be able to hear the cracks and pops, or rice quakes, and see the paper cup begin to sink as the cereal compacts from the quakes. Add water and new rice puffs as desired to experiment with the model, but remember to have the students measure the starting level and ending level of the cereal. Once you get all that soggy cereal into the trash, we can begin our final activity of Class 5, Ye Old Watering Hole. For this, you're going to need the pebbles, the hot glue, the pipe cleaners, the marbles, and the Petri dishes. Pass out a Petri dish to each student and ask them what they remember about habitats from Class 1. Give each student a pipe cleaner and a marble, and make sure they have access to the rest of the materials, and give them about 5 minutes to make a small water station for pollinators. You can keep items loose in the dish or glue them down. And keep in mind there is no wrong way to do this as long as you can put some water into the dish when they're satisfied with how it looks. If you are in the right season, invite your students to put the dishes outside in a shady spot and give it a little bit of water every day. Clean up the excess pebbles, debrief, and just like that, we're done. Thank you again for joining me, and I will see you in Class 6.